Hi everyone, and welcome back to some more Civilization 5 as Persia. So, when we last left off, I was deciding where to settle my fourth city, and I decided to go with the hill. The coastal location does have some benefits, but on this map, I don't think I really need another coastal city over here, and the hill location is better in terms of yields in the long run. So that's the plan, we'll settle on the hill. Also, I was looking at different AIs, and Assyria is actually in the lead, not only in tech count, but also in population, food, production, and gold, and military strength. So I don't think going to war with them right now would be a very good idea. What's also funny, however, is that the Inca are last in population, food, gold, and land. However, they are still second in tech count. So they still caught up in terms of technology, even though I stole that early settler from them. Technically, they're tied with Byzantium for second place with 21 techs, but they managed to catch up really well. Because the Inca are generally a pretty dangerous civilization as the AI. Okay, one of our trades ended. We will continue the trades. Actually, no, this is what I paid him to declare war. Right, we will not be giving him a freebie anymore. Why would we do that? Right, I will want a road at some point. And when I say that, I mean probably right now. We want to claim this tile right here before Assyria does. Because otherwise, he will cut off my city. So we don't want that to happen. Yeah, I think I might just buy that right now. It's 220 gold though. Yeah, it's a tile that will do nothing for me. But I need it to connect our cities. I think my promise might still be in effect. So it might be best to wait a little bit. I don't want to piss him off too much. And buying more land near him will definitely not make him happy, even though this is my capital. It's 3 tiles away from my capital, so this is technically my land, you could make that argument. But I don't think he's going to care about that argument. Probably not. Our happiness is fine, I don't think we need a Colosseum. I want to work on my military, so I think we should do that. Let's get more immortals. They will be useful in the long run. But we'll also want some swordsmen. He's still at war with Ethiopia, but that might... Oh wait, no, he just ended the war. Okay, he just ended it. Can we get him to declare war on anyone else? Not at the moment. Yeah, I need to be ready for him declaring war on me, because that might happen. It's definitely not impossible. I'll try to be prepared. Now, unfortunately, walls will not really do me that much good against siege towers. But it might still be useful to get walls, because he might not be able to take advantage of siege tower very well. Not as well as a human player would anyway. Alright, so let's get the city going. And I might want to send a worker here, because I don't really want to spend the gold to buy one. And it will take a little bit too long to recruit one the regular way. But we'll see. Let's start from a granary. Okay, granary is fine. Also, once my declaration of friendship with Ethiopia expires, I will probably go after Ethiopia. Because Ethiopia is not doing that great. He has 19 technologies. And Assyria has 23. Brazil has 21, Byzantium has 21, I have 17. So Ethiopia would be a pretty good target, especially with his capital being basically right next to my city. It will be pretty easy to capture it once I get a decent army. But I will wait for the declaration of friendship to expire first. There's no need to become a backstabber. Also, we can upgrade the swordsman, the warrior to a swordsman. Probably a good idea, yeah. Okay, let's do that. We need to have a decent army. And we'll upgrade the archer. The second archer. Okay, there you go. That'll do. And let's keep scouting. We can probably go past Mogadishu here. I don't want to upset them too much, but I definitely want to go past them. Let's grab a camp over here. The road can wait for now. Okay, here's, I think, the last AI. I was a little bit worried it might end up being like Korea or something like that. But fortunately, it is not. Is he a buyer of anything we have? And not that we have a whole lot to sell. I don't think I want to sell iron anymore. I'd rather keep it for swordsmen. Okay, so he's all the way down here. That's probably still the same continent, because this is not an actual Pangea map, this is fractal map. But it does look like it's an actual single landmass. Okay, well, that's fine. He's pretty far away from us. Let's send the scout this way. Now, the thing with Ecbatana here is that it will not be connected to my trade network until I take Addis Ababa. And that's another reason to take Addis Ababa, because then we can actually connect it through here. So that's the long-term plan. Obviously, I need an actual army for that first. And I think it's fine if we send one trader to Assur. We can also get the quest done with Riga. Okay, let's do that. To keep our alliance here, it's down to 88. So yeah, we definitely want to get that done. Even though the trade route is not as good. But we still want that. I am not accepting open borders with you. We can have a different kind of open borders a little bit later. And yep, the Golden Age ended. Our city converted, unsurprisingly. That didn't take very long. Yeah. Also, if I can wipe out Ethiopia completely, I might even do that. That might seem excessive, but one of the problems in this game right now is that there are 4 AIs near me with piety, which is going to be a lot of missionary and prophet spam. And I would like to spread my religion. Speaking of religion, we will get an Inquisitor in a bit. So I'll probably need to convert my Oloro city then. Okay, what's next then? We could start a road between our 2 cities right here. But that will be a pretty long road. It will cost me quite a bit of gold per turn while I build it. I think I'll wait a little bit and then start it with 2 workers simultaneously. We can also chop this forested hill right here. It's not a bad idea. Yeah, that's definitely not a bad idea. How are tile assignments in here anyway? Growth is not amazing. +4 food. Yeah, we could get a farm right here. And that's also not a bad idea. Okay, let's get a farm right here first. And then we'll see. Yeah, this is definitely the same landmass. Okay, good to know for the future. That might become relevant at some point in the future. We'll keep going in that direction. Alright, here's another immortal. We can grab drill. Alright. Yeah, I want to get immortals because they will keep this unique promotion here to heal at the double rate through their upgrades. So that's the reason I wanted to recruit a bunch of them. They are probably a little bit too weak now to fight Assyria. But we'll upgrade them eventually. It won't actually take that long. Yeah, it won't take that long. We just need civil service. Which I could get pretty soon, actually. Yeah, I don't really want open borders, thank you very much. Not interested. Maybe open borders from you for gold, but we don't really need that yet. Okay, so let's finish tradition here. There you go, that's done. Very nice. Not sure what's going to be next. I could go honor. It will help our future wars. I don't think patronage makes a whole lot of sense right now on this map. So I think it's between honor and maybe aesthetics or commerce. But we'll see, we still got time to decide. Yeah, we have a lot of time before we have to decide. Okay, Hanging Gardens. Yeah, so Polynesia actually had the tradition. Okay. Well, that's fine. He can have Hanging Gardens. I don't mind too much. 2 more Immortals are coming. Alright. Well, we're pretty friendly with everyone so far. That's definitely not going to be the case forever. I just need to be better prepared for wars. What do we research next? And now we want to make progress towards education. Now, I could get steel and physics. If I was planning to declare war on Assyria in the nearest future, I would definitely go for steel and physics. But because he's number 1 in so many categories, tech included, but also production, I don't think I actually want to declare war on him. What I want to do is declare war on Ethiopia, once our declaration of friendship expires. And because this is epic speed, that will still take some time. But we want to be prepared before that happens. That does mean I should probably get physics and steel, though, before education. Just to make sure we will really take Addis Ababa. If I go for education right now and ignore both, there is no way I'll have them in time to get the trebuchets. We should at least get physics for trebuchets, because that will speed up the siege on Addis Ababa considerably. So let's get physics, and then we'll continue towards education. I think that will be best. Physics and then currency. Or physics, horseback riding, and then currency. And then drama and poetry, civil service, theology, and education. That's the plan right now. I can always change my mind later and get steel earlier, but I don't think we'll need that. We probably won't need that. Anyway, another immortal on the next turn. What do we get in here next? Oh yeah, workshop. Obviously workshop. After the immortal. How are tile assignments at the moment? Looks mostly fine to me. We could log the farm for slightly faster growth, but let's wait for the other farm to get improved first. And the capital? I'll need some more improvements for the capital. I think we'll finish the immortal and then get at least 1 more worker, because I don't have enough workers. Our capital still needs some improvements. Now, I still want to get this tile. I'm just trying to hold off on buying it. I don't think he will buy it or expand his border here, because this is just a flat desert with nothing. It's very unlikely. Very, very unlikely. Alright. So how many immortals do we have now? We got 3 of them, alright? Well, about to be 4. And there's the wall. Yeah, I think I'll keep the iron. I guess I could sell 1. Okay, fine. I'll send 1. And 1 horse, but I'm not selling any more iron. I do want some swordsmen, because they have a better upgrade path than immortals. What's this? Iron to Pedro ended. Right, that's because... that's why he asked for a new one. Okay, we can still sell 1 here. I want to keep at least 2, maybe 3. Gold will always have uses. Okay, let's sell 1 more. I'll save 2, so that we can get 2 swordsmen. Anyway, there's the immortal. We can get the shock on 1 of them. And the next up, we'll get the worker. And we can buy this road soon-ish. That will cost me 220 gold. That is not cheap. Not cheap at all. Right, we'll get more horses here, which is useful for trade. I don't want a workshop. Obviously, that's the whole reason why I picked up metal casting. Also physics, but we don't want the workshops for sure. Normally, I would get a workshop in Persepolis right now, but I wanted to get that worker out first. And then we'll get the workshop. We can sell gems, right? Any buyers? Brazil.
Hola?
Okay, no. Wait, you only have 1. Oh, I already sold 1 earlier. Okay. And not selling any more iron. Now we can get some lumber mills. We can actually chop this. Yeah, this is a hill. So we can chop this and then build a mine. Definitely a good idea to speed up the workshop. Yeah, definitely a good idea. We can also chop this one. These are both hills. I probably shouldn't have moved here. There is a city-state over there. We can reveal that. Speaking of chopping things, we can also chop this one. But let's finish the farm. It's almost done anyway. But speeding up the workshop is definitely a good idea. Kabul, okay? Cultured city-state. So not a lot of mercantile city-states in this game. Alright, let's chop this, and we'll chop this one as well. Yep, that's good. That will speed up the workshop quite a bit. And the same over here. Carry on then. We could definitely use some more science, but we'll get there. Persepolis has grown. Copper from Pedro ended. Right, we don't want to get that again. He will trade for wine. Okay, good. Now, one more thing I could do before I get that Inquisitor is actually pick up the monastery. Because we have 3 tiles with wine in this city. So, a monastery would definitely be a good idea here. We will get the monastery. Because monastery is not part of my religion, it's part of this religion. It will be a very good monastery. Religion enhanced, alright, good for them. So let's chop this forest right here. And we can move like east, southeast. Oh hey, it's everyone's favorite Civilization 5 city-state. Antananarivo. There you go. So it is a mercantile city-state. I might need that in the future. Let's keep going in this direction. Yep. Alright, chop this. Yes, indeed. Alright, a new worker is coming. That's fine. And the borders have expanded. That's not a very useful one. You could have expanded to the desert, but alright. Whatever floats your boat. Okay, keep moving. Apparently there's not a whole lot to the southeast from here. Not super surprising, I suppose. Well, we're about to finish chopping this. Only 7 turns here. There you go, 5 turns, nice. And we can get mines. I would like a farm or 2. We can get both. Okay, so 1 more worker. And we can sell the horse. I will need to send 1 worker to Ekbatana. Unless Ekbatana gets its own. Yeah, I might actually end up recruiting Ekbatana's own worker. I was going to send one, but that might take a bit too long. And they're busy. Yeah, they're busy. Okay, well, let's grab a mine. And how's the city doing anyway? Yeah, we will have a lot of production in this city. But let's get a farm. We don't need more food. Okay, this guy can work on Persepolis. Because Persepolis needs a bunch of extra improvements at this point. And the next we'll get the workshop. And once the workshop is done, we'll want to work the specialist slot in at least 1 or 2 cities. To get some engineers later on. Right, that's gonna be a farm. Okay, now we can grab the monastery. Let's do that. Or can we? Oh, not yet. Okay, not yet, fair enough. I need 1 more turn. Sweden is neutral. Yeah, I don't really want to go to war with Sweden. Because he would certainly have an advantage. I will want some walls in Ekbatana. And some units. Just in case he does actually declare war on me. He's kind of cornered. Yeah, he might get some ideas in the future. I don't think we can get declaration of friendship. No, I mean, he's neutral. Alright, let's get a worker for Ekbatana. It's going to be a little bit faster, I think. And we need to improve all of this stuff. Yep. Okay, well, carry on then. And we want to get a cocoa. I think one of our cities wants that, right? Yes, right here, Susa. That will speed up the growth in there a little bit. So how's Assyria doing? Can we convince him to declare war on someone again? You know, like Brazil? Okay, he would do it. That's tempting. Question is, what am I willing to give him? I suppose I could sacrifice for happiness. I could do that. Okay, Brazil has 3 cities. I'm not sure if they are really neighbors. Ethiopia has a city over here. Interesting. Does he still have a peace treaty with Ethiopia? I wouldn't mind if he declared war on Ethiopia again. No, he doesn't. That's pretty tempting. I might actually do that. I might actually do that. I would just give him one of my luxuries. What else can we do here?
Olá.
We can trade with Brazil. Not really, though. Not really. Yeah, I think it's worth bribing him. Just to keep him off my back. I definitely don't want him going after me. That would be a disaster. The main thing that's still stopping me is that because Ethiopia has a city over here, it's very likely Assyria would actually take this city. And I don't want them to get even stronger. It might be better to get him to attack Brazil. It's less likely he would take Rio, especially when there is Ethiopian city in the way. Not impossible, mind you, but definitely less likely. Would he declare war on, like, Polynesia? Okay, he would, but that would cost me way more. Let's not do that then. Sweden? Yeah, that would also cost me way more. Let's do Brazil. Where's Byzantium? Okay, I have no idea where Byzantium is. Over here, okay. That is pretty far away. Now, the risk of getting him to declare war on somebody who's super far away is that he might end that war very quickly, because nothing is happening. I think Brazil is actually the best target. So let's just bribe him to attack Brazil. Okay, I need to give him some extra gold. He would probably take like horse or iron, but let's give him like 2 gold per turn. 3 gold per turn? 4? Okay, wait, he will not do it? Well, he will do it like this. I would have to give him enough gold per turn to compensate. I guess I could give him 2 iron, but then I will not have enough for any swordsmen. But alright, I suppose we can always get swordsmen later. I'm gonna do it. I think it's worth it. Fine. Done. Enjoy. That should keep him off my back for a while. Alright, let's just grab a mine over here. You can keep scouting, maybe northwest or so. Perhaps we'll still find more city-states. We probably already found the majority of them. Yeah, probably. But might as well reveal some more terrain. Maybe find more AI cities. Okay, we got the workshop. I could work it in here, the specialist I mean. I'll miss out on some gold, and my income is not that amazing. I think we'll work the one in Persepolis, not in Sosa. Yeah, Sosa needs other stuff. In fact, I'm kind of tempted to speed up the growth in here. Get more food. Yeah, let's work 3 food tiles, and we can work 1 gem mine. That's fine, just to maintain some kind of decent balance. It will still grow in, what, 6 turns? And the next up... Well, I don't want barracks. I will want to build Heroic Epic. We don't really need Colosseum yet, but we will want Circus Maximus eventually. I could also grab a shrine. A shrine is not a terrible idea, but... Let's get Colosseum. We will need a Colosseum in every city eventually for Circus Maximus. Alright, go west. I don't think I'll be able to go very far. And you can go to Adwa, that's fine. Yep, there you go. Looking good. We're about to get physics. And then I'll get some trebuchets after we finish the workshop. I'm basically preparing to go after Ethiopia. Once our declaration of friendship expires. It will expire in 28 turns. So I want to be ready in 28 turns or less, which I should be. That's basically the plan. But because our units will be kind of weak at this stage, especially the Immortals, and I will not be able to get civil service in time, we'll need to rely on just doing this as quickly as possible, which is where trebuchets come in. I can't afford an extended siege when most of my melee units are Immortals with 12 combat strength, because I will probably get wrecked. So we need to take the city quickly. It only has 24 combat strength right now. Which, to be fair, I suppose it's kind of an expected value at this stage. Either way, I need the trebuchets. I would say probably at least 3, just to make this go quickly. We can recruit one in 2 different cities to make it go faster. Did he build any wonders? Because if he did, they are probably in his capital. He only has Stonehenge. Okay, Theodora has a few. Sweden has a few. We could go after Sweden after Ethiopia. So if I take Addis Ababa, I could go after Stockholm next. Because then my cities will be directly connected. I think that will be best. Just, again, avoid pissing off Assyria. Going after Assyria would be a mistake when he's the most advanced AI. Number 1 in food, production, gold. Nothing changed about that. Sweden is number 1 in military might now. Okay, that's kind of interesting. That's a bit unexpected. Maybe Assyria lost a bunch of units while fighting. That's possible. So Sweden has 22 techs. Assyria has 26. Assyria is doing really well. Byzantium 24. Ethiopia 24. Brazil 24. Okay, Sweden is actually falling behind. He would be a pretty decent target. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, we need to make sure we actually take Addis Ababa. Then we can think about future targets. It's way too early to think about taking Stockholm. Like, way too early. Alright, let's go, people. Get your asses over here. Aaron to Theodora, and then, okay, I will keep this one. Because I'd like at least one swordsman. Yeah, I'd like at least one swordsman at some point. I still want to buy this desert, that hasn't changed. I'm pretty sure I can do that now, without pissing him off. 3 turns until border growth. Yeah, we'll get the sea, the coast, I mean. I guess I should buy it. Alright, fine, I'm gonna buy it. Hopefully he won't mind too much. I just don't want to piss him off. And now we could start the road. Because I'll want that road sooner or later. Preferably sooner rather than later. This one won't be too bad, like what, 6 road tiles? 3, 4, 5, yeah, 6. That's not too bad. Notre Dame. I kind of doubted I would be able to build that in time. 33 turns. I would need a Grand Engineer. Also, I would have to give up my preparations to attack Ethiopia. Yeah, that would take a bit too long. As much as I like that wonder, I don't think I can afford to work on it right now. No, really, no. Okay, do we get another farm here? I think we do. No, let's improve the cattle, because we're working the cattle anyway. And we'll start the road. Yeah, they can build the road from both directions, just to speed it up a little bit. Alright, we can move a bit closer. We do have one swordsman here, so there's that. Because that's a slightly stronger unit, with 14 instead of 12. I do hope all of this will be enough. Okay, 23 turns. It's tempting, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it is actually tempting. But I really wanted to get my trebuchets. We also need some lumber mills over here. Yeah, I really want my trebuchets. So I'm not super excited about building Notre Dame right now. The happiness is so nice, though. It's so nice. How long would it take me to build trebuchets in other cities? Well, we're about to finish the workshop here, so this will be faster. This is too slow, though. Yeah, this is too slow. We got 23 turns. Now, obviously, I don't have to declare war the moment a declaration of friendship expires, but I don't want to wait. Yeah, we need the trebuchets from our capital. The capital will have to get 2 of them. That will take 16 turns. Then move them towards Addis Ababa. And the other city will get a trebuchet too. That should give me 3 trebuchets in time to declare war. That's basically the plan. And I hope the rest of my army will be enough. The plan is, like I said, to just take that city as quickly as possible. Yeah. Well, I broke my promise. But I had to secure this tile. Like, I don't like doing this, but I had to secure this tile. It's unfortunate. There's no way I'll be getting declaration of friendship with him. This does technically make it a bit more likely he will attack me, but I'm hoping to keep him busy. And hey, I mean, this is my land, alright? This always pisses me off. Like, this tile is 3 tiles away from my capital. Where's your capital? It's way further away. I have a much better argument for this land than he does. This is not his land, this is my land, alright? That's my version. Right, so finish the workshop, obviously. If he does declare war on me, I got the units to defend myself with. But hopefully he won't do it while I'm busy fighting Ethiopia, because that will be pretty bad. Right, let's keep that locked, okay. So, 14 turns. Yeah, that's acceptable. 14 turns is fine. And what now? Get more improvements, I guess. We got the lumber mill here. I could send this guy east. I could start building a road from this direction. We could actually build a road towards Addis Ababa, which is an interesting idea. That would allow me to move my units around a little bit faster while I'm fighting him. We could use a road into this hill right here. That would actually help. Alright, well, I do hope Assyria will get over this. I suppose I could have waited for the promise to expire, but I didn't want to risk losing this desert tile and losing my city connection. I need my cities to be connected, alright? So let's get started on this road. We'll pay some extra maintenance, but that's fine. I hope this is going to work, because I need it to work. You can go back. Okay, trade route. Obviously, let's not send this to Ethiopia. We can send this to Assur. That is still a very good trade route. And, okay. One more thing we could do is try to get Assyria to declare war with us on Ethiopia. That would be best, because we would get a diplomatic bonus when we're at war with the same civ. So I will try to do that. There's no guarantee it will work, but we can at least try. Anyway, let's grab a water mill over here. And that will help. Oh, okay, so Theodora has education now. I will obviously accept research agreements. We'll also need to work on our gold income a little bit to have money for research agreements. But that's part of the reason why I wanted this road. In case that wasn't obvious enough. Yeah. But that won't be enough on its own. We need some good trade routes. How many techs does Theodora have? 25. Okay. 27 for Assyria. Yeah, Assyria is doing really, really well in this game. Check this out. They are number 1 in everything except land. Ironically, I'm number 1 in land. But they are number 1 in everything else. That's actually kind of concerning. At least they're my neighbor. So I will have an easier time doing something about it later on. But it is concerning. Yeah, I don't like these units here. He's still at war with Brazil. So it might be fine. I will keep an eye on it. I'll try to bribe him to declare war on somebody else as soon as that war with Brazil expires. Anyway, first trebuchet is about to arrive. And now that we have a bigger army, that might discourage him from attacking me. My army is not amazing, but we have some kind of army. We did not earlier. Alright, let's go. One more trebuchet in Persepolis. And that will be 3 total. Yep, that's the plan. Alright, so let's build a road. Here and then here. I might even buy that hill. That's probably not a bad idea. Yeah, no, we'll need gold for research agreements. I don't think Brazil has education yet. No. Okay. Well, I'll keep an eye on them. I'm not quite close to education myself, but we can get research agreements with AIs who have education. We don't both need to have it, just one of us. Alright, so you keep going. Where do we send the scout? Probably like east and then southeast through here. Yeah, see what's going on south and southwest of us, or there might be something interesting down there. Okay, I can still accept this because, well, we know we'll be declaring war on him, which will break trades. So flat gold is definitely worth taking, for sure. This is the best moment to get flat gold deals with Ethiopia. Keep going. Okay, the road will be done pretty soon, that's good. That should improve our income, but I'm down to +0. As opposed to -0. Alright, one more road, that should help. And I don't need that road. You go south. Can we sell something? Not really. How's that worker from Ekbatana? 4 more turns. We can sell more horses once we get that.
Olá,
I could still sell this iron.
por favor.
Alright, only because I really need more money. Mostly because I need more money. There. And I won't have the time to get swordsmen right now. Besides the one swordsman we already have. And now since we need gold, then... well, clearly we need a market. So we will grab a market. There's the pasture. Can you, like, leave or something? That would be really appreciated if you could just leave. Thanks. So, food or production next? Probably food. We have a bunch of good production tiles. Food is gonna be better. Okay, food it is then. The first trebuchet has arrived. There you go. Okay, so you go southeast. See what we can find in that general area. Are they still at war? I didn't see any peace, so I assume they are. They are still at war, that's good. Let's keep it that way. Not that I can influence it in any way. Okay, I still kind of want to buy this hill. Yeah, I still want to buy that. Okay, Ethiopia does have swordsmen, which to be fair is not very surprising. Every civilization in this game has swordsmen now. I'm gonna buy that hill. Yeah, that way we'll be able to heal units on the hill while attacking anything else that might attack me. I'll have to clear the defenders first before we really go for the city. So owning that tile will help. And also having a road on it. The roads will cost me a little bit in maintenance, but it will help me from tactical standpoint. How's our allied city-state doing? 100, okay, that's good. Right. Our happiness is fine. Okay, so really, we mostly need gold. Open borders. Maybe I should accept this. I might actually accept this. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna accept it. I don't like having open borders with the AI, because they can do weird things, like block your movements. I really don't like that. Anyway, I think one of our trades expired, yeah? The luxury? Was it wine? Pachakote? Well, he would probably pay me 7 gold per turn. I'm okay with that. But we can get flat gold from Theodora. That's gonna be 360 because this is epic speed. Okay. Well, there you go. You can go here. So we'll get a road and then a mine. And let's have a unit here. Probably the swordsman. This guy has drill, so he gets a bonus on rough terrain. Okay. Ethiopia will definitely get suspicious as soon as Declaration of Friendship expires. But I plan to declare war, like, basically right away. I just need my units to be in place. And hey, I'm just chilling near my city, alright? I'm clearly not doing anything suspicious. I would never do anything suspicious. +1 population. We'll also need the Writers Guild somewhere. That's not a priority, but I will want that. Do we get a stable here? Probably, but it won't be amazing. We could get barracks to get the heroic epic later on. We could get the amphitheater. We could get a caravan. Yeah, what the heck? Let's get a caravan because I need more income. Yeah, I need more money. Speaking of money, we're about to finish this road. There, okay, done. So the cities will get connected on the next turn. Now we need some more improvements. Let's get a lumber mill on the forest. We're almost ready. There's the workers, so I think I'll improve the horse first, because we can sell that. I mean, I can sell the luxury too, but I tend not to sell the only copy I got. Okay, how's our faith? Oh, I never bought the monastery. I got distracted. I got distracted and didn't buy the monastery. Well, you know what they say, better late than never, right? We'll buy it now. This is going to be a really good one. Yeah, that's going to be a really good one. That will turn every tile with the wine we got into 1 food, 1 production, 3 gold, 2 culture, 2 faith. So that's nice. How much faith do we have now? 203. I could buy a pagoda soon after. Right here, 300. Maybe I'll actually do that. It will be tough to keep the religion with so many of my neighbors having piety. It will be much easier once we take Addis Ababa. At least in theory it will be easier. Let's just wait for faith to accumulate for now. Okay, so what do we do here now? Probably walls. Yeah, no, I'll feel a little bit safer with the walls. The problem is that once I declare war on Ethiopia, he could actually send a bunch of units to attack Ecbatana. And I'm not too far away, but I will be on the other side of his capital. So we definitely want walls in Ecbatana, at least start working on them. Okay, there's the other trebuchet. So we'll send this one west as well, obviously. And now Persepolis can work on other stuff. And when I say other stuff, I mean probably market in this case. I kind of want walls in here, you know, just in case Assyria gets any silly ideas. It's only 4 turns to build walls. Not that big of a deal. There's another trebuchet, alright. You can go here. We want to be able to move in right away as soon as we declare this war. So... well, again, I need to kill the defenders first. And there are quite a few of them here. I hope I can actually do this. How about Cape Town? Okay, nobody's allied with it. I could technically get allied with Cape Town, and maybe they would help. We can send a trader out and give them gold. It's just that I will need gold for research agreements. So that's the main thing that's kind of, sort of stopping me right now. I'll need to think about it. Yeah, I'll need to think about my plan here. We will get some horses for trade, but that's only 2. Not some tremendous amount. Alright, well, this city shouldn't need walls, because that's where our army is. I'll just grab the market, because we need the gold. We really, really need the gold. Is Assyria still at war with Brazil? Oh, no, they just made peace. Okay, okay. So the best case scenario here would be getting Assyria to declare war on Ethiopia. That would be the best case scenario. Can we actually do this? Not right now, no. Yeah, that's not good. Okay, I could get him to declare war on Sweden. Yeah. He does not want to declare war on Ethiopia. Once the declaration of friendship expires, we can try doing it like this. Not right now, because that would turn me into a backstabber. And also, I'm still waiting for my third trebuchet to get into position. So I need to think about my next move here, how exactly to do this. But I think that's going to be the end of this episode, so thanks for watching all the way to the end, I appreciate it. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.